Welcome to this episode of Chattin with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today I got a special guest, Mr. Sonny Grasso.
Here we go. I'm glad
doing?
you got me. I just walked in the door. It's great.
Yeah, perfect timing.
87 degrees down here, bro.
No, I gotta come down there, man.
87.
I'm gonna be in Florida very soon. I got some things I'm working on and putting
Cool.
everything together right now. It's pretty amazing what I'm gonna be doing. Yo, Peds, what's going on? Tattoo Peds in the house. We got a lot of things to go over today.
I'm ready.
We're gonna talk about Joe Rogan's past guest getting found with a head, legs, and a torso in his apartment.
What?
Yeah. So he's a prison reformed activist. He was sentenced to 50 years for 2 robberies, and they let him out of prison. He was supposed to be out of prison in, I believe, 2037 or 40 something, 2049. And they let him out early. He was advocating for people to get out of prison early.
They let him out 25 years earlier than his sentence?
25 years early. And they found him. So one of the neighbors heard a gunshot, bang, and the cops came to his apartment. They found a head, arms, legs, and a torso.
Were they dead?
No, they were still alive. I don't know. A-Light didn't get to them, so they were still alive.
Yeah, very good.
Joe Blunt's what's
going on. Joe Blunt's.
So I'm going to play the news clip. We might as well just stay here while we watch the news clip. Let's get into it.
Shocking twist in a murder that stunned a neighborhood in the Bronx.
A man found dismembered inside an apartment. Now today, police arrested a man named Sheldon Johnson. He is a criminal justice activist, and he boasted about turning his life around after getting out of prison as recently as going on shows like the Joe Rogan podcast. Now tonight, he is back in handcuffs, and he's facing murder charges. News 4's Ida Siegel is in Highbridge, where the crime scene investigators are still looking for evidence.
That's 48-year-old Sheldon Johnson being walked off in handcuffs, yelling to reporters that he didn't do what cops say he did.
Yeah, he did.
Murder, manslaughter, and criminal possession of a weapon. It's a shocking set of charges for a man most recently known for this.
I had a wife, I had family still, my son was growing up. He was hearing stories about my so-called notoriety.
That's Johnson appearing on the popular Joe Rogan podcast, talking about his efforts to reform himself and help other kids detach themselves from gang life, a job he's uniquely qualified for after spending 25 years in prison for attempted murder as a high-ranking member of the Bloods.
Prison does 2 things to you. It brings out the best or it brings out the worst.
Oh, well, it's going to do something to you now because he's a done deal. Like, they're going to throw away the key on this guy, and it makes prison reform look very bad. Look,
absolutely.
He has the bags right there with the cleaning supplies.
Holy shit.
If he's caught. Like, you're caught. The bottom line is he's a done deal. Did you really did not just ask that question? Did he do it? Was he alive? Yes, his head was alive. Joe Blunt's Peds, what's going on? Lexi, how are you?
That is unbelievable.
We're gonna finish this little article or newscast, and then we're gonna get into his interview on Joe Rogan.
Okay. But police say this is also him, here on Summit Avenue Tuesday night, carrying cleaning supplies and a full black garbage bag in and out of this building. Police were called to apartment 6G after a neighbor heard gunshots and saw Johnson in and out of the apartment. She told the building super. When police entered the apartment, they found a man's torso and a foot inside a bin. Law enforcement sources say after seeing Johnson on surveillance footage, they searched his apartment and found the victim's legs, arms, and head in the freezer.
That's very disturbing.
Yeah.
It makes you want to move real quick.
Police say the victim is 44-year-old Colin Small. Sources say it's possible their dispute stemmed from time they spent together in prison. But folks in this neighborhood shocked to hear that a man who had worked so hard to turn his life around, even working with the Queen's Defender's Office, might have fallen back to his old ways in a very violent fashion.
Yes, he was turning his stuff around and stuff like that. But remember, you know, we're creatures of habit. So whatever happened in his violent past probably crept back up, and there you go.
Don't make excuses.
The Queen's Defenders.
I know. Don't make excuses for the guy. He's a fucking killer. The bottom line, he fucking murdered the guy, and yeah, fuck all that. Yo, maybe he'll change this time, right? Get the fuck out of here.
Office, no comment.
He's making it real bad for the other people who are in prison looking to get out. You know,
right?
This is like,
you know what happened?
Huh.
Maybe the hot dog guy ran out of sauerkraut, and that's what set him off.
A-like did it, man. A-like did it while he was sleeping.
The poor victim. They're gonna,
again, John.
Huh?
The victim, the poor guy. They're gonna have to change his name from Small to Smaller.
Yeah, bite size. He was saving the other pieces for later.
That is so fucked
in the
up.
freezer.
Johnson says that he's innocent. Reporting from Highbridge, Ida Siegel, News 4, New York.
Yeah, he's innocent. He's on video carrying the body. Like he's on video carrying bags with the body parts in it. Real innocent.
What's up, Buckshot? How can you be innocent?
No, he's not innocent. He's gonna feel the justice come down on him for that one.
Wow.
Yeah, he's in deep shit.
Good pickup.
Hey, everybody doesn't change. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Some people fake it. Some people, who knows what the hell he was doing? You know.
Well, there you go. It's like, you know, no bail for murderers and the guys that beat the cops up and everything else. Here they let the guy out 25 years early because he was going to do good. Wow.
Insane. Now I have the interview of him on Joe Rogan talking about his time in prison and why he went.
Okay.
Let's take a look at that. Hit that like button, people. Subscribe, hit the notification bell. Put the bell on all so you get all the videos and share this video.
Charged that
Hi, Maureen.
That triggered the felony that allowed them to be able to sentence me the way that they did in 1994.
He feels like the victim now, right? He fucking attempted murder. And watch when he tells the second story where he robbed the dude. He's like, so no one was touched? He goes, no one was touched. He was just roughed up a little bit. What?
How'd you rough him up without touching him?
Yeah, exactly. Watch this. It's pretty funny. Hey, Maureen, how are you?
I also caught another case. At that time, I was what you call giving out consignment on drugs. Two people in particular, I gave consignment to, and I ended up getting arrested for a case. And when I sent someone to go pick up the money from them, they kind of just was like, you know, whatever. I'm not paying them.
You know, when
So
people go to, like, someone gives you consignment, right? And then they go to prison. Like, that money's done. You ain't paying them, right?
Correct.
Yeah, like, most people would be like, nah, I'm not paying you. Why? For what? Like, you went to prison. You forfeited that fucking right. But these people who go to prison, they're like, fuck that. I want my money.
I want my money.
And that's what he's saying happened.
One guy in particular, I ran into him with his girlfriend.
Did you get that case got dismissed, right?
The gun charge?
No, the one that you were away for. You got arrested for something. You're in jail.
Yes.
These guys figure since you're in jail, fuck it, we're not going to pay him.
Yeah, I'm not going to pay him.
And then the case that you were arrested for got dismissed.
Got dismissed.
Right,
I got
so
acquitted.
So then you come home.
So then I come home and, you know, I need my money. I need my money. It's just me being honest. It's just me being straight. You know, I gave you something, and we had an understanding that you were gonna pay me. And when I came home, when I finally located this particular individual, he had his girlfriend with him. And this guy owed me $5,000 for some drugs that I gave him on consignment. I gave him an eighth of a kilo, which is 125 grams of cocaine. And when I saw him, he had a bunch of jewelry on. He was with his girlfriend. She had a bunch of jewelry on. I said, hey, man, where's my money at? Oh, yo, I was going to pay you. As far as I was concerned, his jewelry we was even. So I robbed him.
So he robbed him.
So I robbed him.
Look at his shirt. The Queen Defender's Office.
With the fist up.
Oh, man. This is like a really bad look for criminal reform, you know?
And he's talking like he's all that, too.
Yeah, and he's lying because obviously he's doing some shit behind the scenes.
Correct.
Who knows? He might have killed the guy, had him in the freezer while he does his interview.
Oh, I was acquitted, so I can do what I want.
Dude just admitted to another case. No, he went to prison for this case.
For this one, yeah.
Yeah, watch. He's going to explain what happened.
And I took his jewelry. And his girlfriend happened to be there, and unfortunately, she got caught up in the situation. I had a bunch of young guys with me, and they robbed her as well. And he got hit in the head with the gun right here on the side of his head, and he got 2 stitches. And they gave me 25 years for that case.
Did you hit him in the head?
No. One of the guys that I was with hit him in the head. And he identified me in a photo array, unbeknownst to me. He identified me in a photo array.
Well, you kind of did the crime, so...
Right.
He would go with the victim shit, you know?
It wasn't unbeknownst to him for too long.
No, because he knew what the fuck he did.
Correct.
This guy, you know, as far as I was concerned, he was in the streets just like I was, so...
He deserved it.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't really understand that, you know, like I said, we go back to morals and values and principles and how warped they can be, right? In my mind at the time, this is a guy who I gave something to. He's living an illegal life. I'm living an illegal life. So as far as I was concerned at that time, it was fair game. In hindsight, as I moved on and I became more mature and I began to reevaluate myself, I realized how wrong that was. But that was later on. At this time, I committed the crime and I just kept moving. Another guy that I ran into, he also owed me some money. He owed me $7,000.
Bullshit.
And
Listen
it
to
kind
this.
of went along the same ways. He was selling drugs out of an auto parts store. He was a Spanish guy. I got word that this is where he was at, and he was selling drugs, and I was going to get my money. And the same circumstances kind of ensued. Saw him, hey, what's going on? You know, reading in between the lines and outside the margins without really going into all of the details, I robbed him because he owed me $7,000.
Did he get physically hurt?
No.
Okay,
He didn't
listen.
get touched. Got roughed up a little bit, but there was no physical harm.
What the fuck?
Just a touch.
He didn't get, did he get touched? No. He just got roughed up a little bit.
A little bit, that's all.
Did he get hurt? No.
And he sold the jewelry to Barillo.
He sold the jewelry directly to Barillo. Barillo was tying up the girl.
Did he get physically hurt?
No. He didn't get touched.
He didn't get touched.
Rich. He didn't get touched. Listen to his next statement.
Got roughed up a little bit, but
He didn't get touched. He got roughed up a little bit, but he didn't get touched.
He's talking like Denzel. Listen to him.
Yeah, signs off with this guy. Like I see through his bullshit.
because he owed
right away.
$7,000.
Yeah, like you can see he's lying
Yep.
about some shit.
Did he get physically hurt?
No. He didn't get touched.
No, that's a statement. He didn't get touched. Now,
Correct.
in the same breath, let's
Got roughed up a little bit, but
what the right there. You're
What
gone.
did he do? He breathed on him.
Yeah, he got roughed up a little bit, but he didn't get touched. We roughed him up without touching him.
There was no physical harm, nothing.
Just roughed up.
Going back to morals and values and principles, right? In my mind, he was fair game. He's selling drugs, I'm selling drugs, you owe me money. I came to take what you have. In that world, that was considered as permissible. These are one of the rules of something that was permissible in that world.
Hey, Liberty, what's up, man? Great.
Long story short, in December
world.
1997, I get arrested for...
Seems like he's still in that world, huh? I mean, he had a handgun. He shot the person in his apartment and started sawing his body up. So
yeah, I mean, I was going by street law. I forgot about the real law, so I shouldn't be held accountable for that.
yeah, it sounds like he's making excuses. Hey,
Why
I
did
hope
it-
YouTube starts pushing your content, Staxx. Your content is solid as fuck, bro. I'll keep sharing.
Nice.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Buckshot. Hey, at least someone sees it.
Look at
I
that
got
look
a lot
on
of-
his.
I got a lot of content on the way too. Yeah, look at
Well,
the look
no,
on his face. He's
you
like,
don't
"Damn."
sleep, so what the hell?
He's like, damn, I got a body in the freezer. I gotta
I
fucking
see.
get home to my legs and arms.
No, it could happen to anybody. I once woke up next to a dead body.
Did you?
Yeah, it was my honeymoon.
Oh yeah. It sounds like fun.
cases, really for one of them, for the one with the guy and the girl. And then the other case drops with the auto parts store, the guy that I said that was selling drugs out of the auto parts store.
All right, so he said that the case dropped. Oh, so he got charged with both cases, right? Two
Correct.
robberies and I guess it's attempted murder. He pistol whipped the guy, cut his head. I guess he got charged with attempted murder.
I am in the process of going to court. I'm going back and forth to court. I'm on Rikers Island at the time. It's just crazy on Rikers Island. That's when the gangs was involved. Prior to that, a year before that, I had got involved with the gangs. I was blood. I was a gang member. This is where the cut comes from on my face. I have a bunch of stab marks from just being in those environments and being on Rikers Island and just warring with other rival gangs.
Brush your ass, Lexi.
Mostly Latin Kings and Nietas. My final offer before trial was 23 years, which kind of blew me away because my lawyer kept telling me that my maximum sentence was 25 years if I went to trial. So in my mind, it just didn't make no sense to me. Why would I forfeit my rights to an appeal if there's only a 2-year difference? I told the judge I would take 15 years right now.
Thank
I
you,
acknowledged
Liberty.
that I had made some mistakes and I had done some things that were wrong. And I said, I'll take 15 years right now. He refused to accept my plea offer, and I went to trial, and then I ended up getting 50 years.
Oh yeah, Lexi, you're
5-0.
you're stanky ass skank.
So they give you 25 for each case? Is that
Oh wait,
25
you
for
can't
each
comment. My bad. Put you in the
Executive.
bedroom.
So, and I remember,
Free Lexi. Free Lexi.
I remember like blowing
She's down in
trial
the
and
bowl,
just not
man.
really understanding like what was
Brush your
being
teeth with
there,
that
but
turd,
not
Lexi.
like.
How about that? Brush your teeth with that turd. There you go. There you go.
This
It was
guy,
like
let me tell you
almost-
something.
Hmm.
This guy is some actor. He is
He
some
is.
actor.
Hilarious. I think it's funny, man. I think it's funny. Some people do this shit. They come on here and they play that I'm changed. And we see it all the time with the people
Mhm.
that we cover. Like, it's insane. These people are crazy.
And the excuses he's throwing around.
Yeah.
Hey, the guy was dealing drugs out of the auto parts store, so all bets are off.
Yeah,
The fuck
I
does
had
that got to do with
I
what
had
you
to
did?
I had to pistol whip him. I just had to.
Real.
And
I remember
unfortunately-
when I went and got sentenced.
Unfortunately, his girl was there.
His girl, yeah, exactly. And her jewelry disappeared, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
And the judge said 50 years. Now, mind you, I had a black lawyer, a black judge, and a white prosecutor.
Yeah, it makes a difference, right? Because you didn't
Right.
pistol whip people and take their shit.
Give him stitches.
He feels justified for what he did.
He does. That's how he's acting.
Yeah, yeah. Like he's making excuses. Like
He's
should've
the
been
fucking victim here.
Yeah. And he's got some legs and a torso in his fucking freezer.
Oh my God.
And I remember when he said 50 years. He said he went into all of these reasons why he was sentencing me the way that he was sentencing me. There was never no post. There was never no. They're supposed to do a report prior to your sentencing, and it's called a post.
Here comes the victim shit.
Oh, really?
Pre-sentencing investigation is called a PSI.
Yeah, he's like, they unfairly sentenced him. He should still be in prison. Like, it's the PSI. They fucked up, giving him 50 years. He should have had a chance to go do this again. You know.
What's up, Bruno?
No pre-sentencing investigation. There was never no mitigating evidence presented on my behalf to, highlight why I may have made some of the decisions that I made.
Buckshot says, Sonny, do you have a channel I can subscribe to? Yes, he does. You got Patreon, right?
Yeah, I'm on Patreon, Facebook, Instagram.
What's
no
it
YouTube,
on?
though.
Sonny
I can't go on YouTube because when I sing songs, I'm supposedly, I guess I am, doing copyright infringement. So they end up muting it and then
do they do
off.
that for you to sing when you sing a song?
Yeah. Yep.
That's crazy.
Not play somebody's song. I can get that. But even if you sing a song.
That's insane, man.
Yeah.
I never heard that before.
So.
And he just called me a menace to society, and he gave me 50 years.
Hey, where'd that skank Lexi go?
What about your attitude there, pal?
Latin Kings started in Chicago, right? Yes, they did. Yeah, that's weird. That's crazy that they would hit you with a copyright from you singing a song. That's insane.
Oh yeah,
almost
every one of them. Even Christmas songs, even a couple of songs I did in Italian. So I said,
long?
"Fuck you."
Like, how long into the song do they?
Well, you know what it is? They have computers now. Facebook does the same thing to me. They have computers that go and just listen to what you're doing. They have specific words that they listen to, and that's how you violate their quote unquote standards. And then they listen for certain songs. There's no, at least with YouTube, there is no like trial. There is no explanation of what you're doing. You are arrested, tried, found guilty,
convicted, and executed all in the same breath. That's how it goes. Yeah.
Terrible. And all I'm doing is, singing some songs and having some fun and providing some entertainment for people out there, and maybe making a name of myself along the way. But come on, you fucks.
Thank you, Bruno.
Now I'm going Patreon. I could sing naked, while a monkey is licking my ass, and I could do whatever I want. So that's why I like Patreon.
I'm gonna be changing the game here in a minute. You'll remember we talked about it.
Yep.
Oh yeah, some big changes coming.
There you go.
And I remember when I first got to Downstate, which is a processing facility, and they give you what they call is a time computation sheet. And on the time computation sheet, it gives you all of the numbers. Like,
yeah, this guy's a straight fugazi. He got caught with legs, a head, and a torso in his freezer. And he was on Joe Rogan, bragging about prison reform and changing, and just like A-Light and Barillo lips.
I wish Joe was doing the interview because Joe would hold it right to the fire.
Joe is there doing the interview.
Is he? No, I haven't seen him.
Yeah, he's sitting there. I guess he has 2 co-hosts in there or something.
Yeah, the one guy they showed before, he does all the fact finding for him. So if the guy, if he starts to go off the truth, that guy flags Joe and says, "Wait a minute, that's not right."
Yeah, Joe. Ric Flair's jewelry did go missing.
Unfortunately.
Ask Jasmine about where it went.
Yeah, Jasmine.
Jasmine gave it to Barillo.
At the beginning of your bid, how much jail time you have. And I just remember 2049. That's all I kept looking at. And I was like, 2049?
He should still be there.
Fucking serious? This is 1998, 1999. And I'm trying to do the math, and I'm just like, 2049. I'm like, that's 50 years from now. And I remember going to the law library, and I forget how I get the World Almanac. And something just says, look up the life expectancy. And I look up my life expectancy. And as an African-American man, my life expectancy at that time was 67 years old. And I did the math. And I said, I'm going to die in prison, man.
Well, you're going to die in prison now.
Wow.
I was going to die in
Little does he know. He's going to die in prison now. Now his
What was the life expectancy of Mr. Small? Yeah, fuck.
Yeah. Oh, today is Biggie Smalls' anniversary, his death. Rest in peace to Biggie Smalls.
Oh, is it?
March 9th, yeah. Greatest rapper of all times died on March 9th. Yes, I smacked. Maybe they're gonna hit us with here, let me play this. I'll be right back, Sonny.
All right.
One thing I learned really, really quickly when I got to prison was that prison does two things to you. It brings out the best or it brings out the worst. And what I saw was, I saw individuals who were at their worst, and I saw guys who were at their best. The guys who were at their best were guys who were involved.
Thank you, Liberty. Yeah, we do.
Secondary education programs. They were running the program. They was running the violence groups. They was running the substance abuse groups. And I remember saying to myself, I want that. And I remember just being involved in so much bullshit because I was in a gang, and I was top of the food chain. I had my own nation. I wasn't just like the random gang member. I had a whole nation under me. And I was just in and out the box, solitary confinement, which has been considered as unconstitutional now. And I remember just having these moments of reflection and just asking myself, like, what are you gonna do? Can you spend the next 48 years living
Hey,
like this?
Mob Rat Hunter, how are you? Bruno, what's good? Montauk. Sadia, how are you? He is delusional. This guy, you really got to watch these people because a lot of them are frauds. And now he gets caught with a head, a torso, legs in his apartment. He killed a guy. Like, what was he doing when he did this interview? You can hear it that he's making excuses on why he shouldn't have been in prison that long.
Correct. And he's trying to do it as Denzel Washington. Watch him, how calm and cool he is. And
yeah, that's his MO. Like, that's his demeanor, right?
I want people to go, you know what? We might have made a mistake with this guy. Well, they're definitely saying it now.
Oh man, he makes prison reform look terrible. He is like the poster child of not giving people chances. It's fucked up that he did that, man. The whole nation, that's a lot of responsibility, ain't it? Dude definitely wasn't a Roy DeMeo. Who knows? He had a leg and an arm in his freezer.
Well, I can tell you something right now without even knowing. This is the first time hearing about it. They're going through everything where he lived and seeing how many different body parts and unsolved murders there were now. Because now this guy brought the spotlight on himself now.
Yeah, because there was cameras in his apartment building.
Going in and out with the bags.
Yeah, right near his door. They got a video of him with the bags with the head in it and shit.
They're going to look deep into this guy. Somebody beat me to the punch. I was going to say he's the Black Jeffrey Dahmer, but I thought I saw somebody wrote that.
He was locked up with me 100%. Pink Panther says you were locked up with him.
Oh, really?
Was he dismembering people in prison too?
Go. He had a whole nation under him.
Allegedly, he's one of the leaders of the Bloods.
Yeah, that's what he said. He didn't say Bloods, though. He wouldn't say the name.
No, he said Bloods.
Did he?
Said he was, yeah.
I said I couldn't do it.
Watch, he might say it again.
And I had lost all my privileges. They took everything from me. I was in Southport at the time, which is closed now. It's a solitary confinement facility in New York State. And I was on a loaf, which is also unconstitutional now.
He's probably on a loaf again.
A dietary restriction that they give you. It's a chunk of bread, and it has cabbage and carrots in it, and they give you like a quarter of a cabbage, and they give you a cup of milk. When they can't take any more of your privileges, this is what they would give you. 6 days out the week, on the 7th day, you would get a hot meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then it would go back for 21 days. They would do this 6 and 1, 6 and 1, 6 and 1. And it was at that moment where I really said, I have to change my life. I have to change my life. I just can't do this.
I have to change my life and start sewing people up.
What does he got against cabbage?
I know. What's wrong with carrots, man? Make you see better, right?
I had a wife. I had family still. My son was growing up. He was hearing stories about my so-called notoriety, and I just didn't want to be that dad. Like, I really was looking at myself and really evaluating, asking myself, like, yo, what the fuck are you doing? I'm
saying that right now, brother.
I know. What do you think he's thinking right now? Because you know he's in solitary confinement. They're not putting him around other people yet.
But he's the victim in everything in his life, it seems.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They play the victim.
They took away his right. Not that he gave him up, or he did something, or his mouth, or he mouthed off to somebody, or he hit somebody without touching him, whatever.
Yeah, not like he didn't make a huge mistake. He's not taking responsibility for what he did. By no means.
Too cocky, man. He knew those cameras were there. He knew they were there.
Yeah.
They weren't hidden. But
that's why he had to put the body parts in bags, so he's not carrying this shit out like big arms and legs right near the video. They ain't
gonna know what's in these bags. Fuck them. Okay.
At the time, I was drinking jailhouse hooch, and I was at my worst.
He was drinking jailhouse hooch, eating loaf. Yo, give me some of that loaf with some hooch.
Hooching cabbage.
Some things can't be forgiven. Well, I don't think he's gonna get a second chance at freedom on this one.
No.
And I had to figure out how to get to my best. So I'll
be right back. I'm gonna grab something to drink.
Man,
when I got out of solitary confinement,
crying, right? He's crying.
No, he's a great actor, man. Listen to these sentences he's throwing out there. Total remorse for what he did. Even though it wasn't his fault, he still knows that he's taken, a little bit of responsibility for what happened. And I wanted to better my life, and I wanted to get out there and better the world and fuck my life before me. And I knew as soon as I get out, I'm going to cut somebody up into pieces.
Pets Tattoos, what's going on? Thanks for joining us. I'm going to show you guys a snippet of what I've been working on, too, in a minute. And I'm gonna drop it tonight. Hope you guys like it. I've been working on it for a little bit. I'll be right back.
I did 42 days on the loaf. I went from being 210 pounds to like 168 in like a matter of 7 months. Deflated me. And when I got out, I made a decision that I was going to walk away, and I didn't care about what the consequences was. And I said to myself, I've been doing bad for so long. I'm going to try to do something good. If all else fails, I could always go back to doing bad. But let me try. Let me give it a shot. And I ended up getting to school program. I got my GED. I left the gangs alone, which was a benefit for them because, I was what you call an authoritarian. I was a rule guy. I'm still a rule guy. I like rules.
That's right, Shorty.
Structure. I like things to be a certain way. And it was to their advantage to get rid of me anyway. Plus, I knew a lot of the guys who were at the top.
Why was it to their advantage to get rid of you?
Because I was the type of person who would say, you doing that for what reason? Nah, you can't do that. The rule says that you can't do this, you can't do this. This is what the rules say. And the
rules of the prison or the rules of the streets?
Of the gang. The rules of the
Okay.
street. Yeah, there was rules.
Give us a for instance.
Okay, so for instance,
See, Joe Rogan's there, and he's talking about being in the Bloods. Catalano TV, what's going on?
Hey there.
They should have gave this dude the death penalty, probably, huh? They shouldn't have let him out early. That's for damn sure.
25 years. Come on.
Crazy.
I could be in a whole nother facility. Let's say I'm in Greenhaven and a guy's in Attica, and they want to do something to him because they feel like he's not sharing his proceeds of drugs that he's bringing into the facility. The rules say you can't do that. That's his property. That's his belongings. So I was a rule guy, and they just, it was to their advantage to get me out of the way. So when I decided to take a step back, they were like,
"Oh yeah, he's taking a step back. All right, he's now. I don't think he's at the top of the food chain anymore.
He was the rule guy, the self-appointed rule guy.
This guy thinks he's a controller. Yeah, he don't control shit now. Now he's controlling that loaf.
That's right. And Sordia, he is 100% a narcissist. 100%.
Definitely. Catalano, what's good? Make sure you guys go subscribe to Catalano TV.
Yes. And it was to my advantage as well. And this was in 2005.
So there was no resistance.
None. And at that time, this is where
Joe ain't believing a word.
No.
Joe Rogan ain't. Look at his face. He ain't believing a word.
Tripping began. The organization began to implode on itself.
The gang organization.
The gang organization. There was a lot of infighting, sets against sets, and I was just always against that. And it was time for me to go, and I didn't care whatever the consequences was. I was fortunate that there weren't any consequences.
So there will be now. So now he's going into prison as a convicted, he's going to be convicted, 100%. He's got a video with the fucking body in his hand. And with the cleaning supplies, there's video of him going in and out of the apartment. They caught him with a weapon. They caught him with body parts.
Right.
So he's definitely going to get convicted. And he's
where was this?
In, I think the Bronx. We're going to look at the news thing again in a minute. It's almost.
So the Queens thing. That's where he works, right?
Yeah, I think. Queens
okay.
Defenders. I think he's from the Bronx.
Well, he's definitely going. Yeah, Highbridge.
But I didn't care what the consequences.
Yeah, Highbridge.
I just walked away.
Right.
Highbridge is in Queens.
In the Bronx.
And then that.
I lived in Kingsbridge.
Begins my journey.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I got into school. I got my GED. From there, I got involved in correspondence courses. I started interacting with guys who were teaching ART, aggression replacement training, and I started to begin to understand how these concepts work, what positive visualization is, deep breathing, how to remove yourself, conflict resolution, all of these ideas of change.
I'm not guilty. Change. He's talking about change.
Well, cutting somebody up is a resolution, isn't it?
Yeah, that's change. There's a big jump from pistol whipping someone, taking their shit, to cutting their body up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a conflict?
He changed.
You got a conflict? Yeah, I got a resolution.
Yeah, I got a resolution. It's called a knife and a serrated knife and a freezer.
Oh my God.
Began to take place with me. Substance abuse. I stopped smoking weed. I stopped smoking cigarettes. I was smoking like 30 cigarettes a day. I'm literally having chest pains from smoking cigarettes. And I realized that I wanted to live. And the only way that I was going to be able to live and walk out of prison was to remove myself from these substances. I caught the gun.
Oh, well, you're done now. Don't worry. You're not going to go anywhere now. The rest of your life is going to be sitting in a prison cell with nothing.
It's unbelievable the way he's calm and cool and thinks he's getting over on everybody and saying all the right things. It's amazing.
Here, we're going to take a look at Griggs, what's going on? How are you? Why was he on Joe Rogan for prison reform? He was on Joe Rogan for prison reform to advocate for other people to get out of prison. Can't make this shit up. What's going on, Mickey? How are you? Hey, Sonny, do you know
the Fiddle and Bow?
Club? The strip club, Jackson Heights, called the Fiddle and Bow in the 90s. They had Mr. Wiggles up here in Connecticut. That was a dope spot. I used to be there all the time. All right, let's take a look back at the news flash.
In a murder that stunned a neighborhood in the Bronx.
A man found dismembered inside an apartment. Now today, police arrested a man named Sheldon Johnson. He is a criminal justice activist, and he boasted about turning his life around after getting out of prison as recently as going on shows like the Joe Rogan podcast. Now tonight, he is back in handcuffs, and he's facing murder charges. News 4's Ida Siegel is in Highbridge, where the crime scene investigators are still looking for evidence.
That's 48-year-old Sheldon Johnson being walked off in handcuffs, yelling to reporters that he didn't do what cops say he did. Murder, manslaughter, and criminal possession of a weapon. It's a shocking set of charges for a man most recently known for this.
I had a wife, I had family still, my son was growing up. He was hearing stories about my so-called notoriety.
That's Johnson appearing on the popular Joe Rogan podcast, talking about his efforts to reform himself and help other kids detach themselves from gang life.
I think that worked out good for him, huh? What do you think?
That's amazing. That is amazing.
He really changed.
A job he's uniquely qualified for after spending 25 years in prison for attempted murder as a high-ranking member of the Bloods.
Prison does two things to you. It brings out the best or it brings out the worst.
But police say
that caught red-handed.
There you go.
Hey, is that him? No, you're not guilty, you say, huh? Well,
there's a finger sticking out of the bottom of the bag.
Yeah, I think I see a head poking out. It's wild, man.
And the head's in the bowling bag.
David says, bye-bye, Mr. Johnson. Enjoy your life. Hey, he did it to himself, man.
Without a doubt.
Did he write a book? I don't know if he wrote a book. He might write one now.
Hey, we got the son of Sam Law. He can't write no book.
Or he can't profit off it.
He can't profit off it, yeah. Well, he ain't got to do nothing he can't put money in.
No. Yeah, that's why Sammy divorced his wife, put the money in her name. He thinks people are stupid, huh?
Yeah, yep.
Boycott Sammy Gravano. Remember, this for entertainment purposes only. Someone commented, maybe Sammy Gravano's lawyer should pay you a visit. Maybe that's
somebody said that.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Bring it on, scummy Gravano. What I did when I got out.
That's the name of the book.
Is also him.
What I did when I got out. This could be on the cover.
I really cut loose when I got out.
Yeah, I really cut the shit up. I really cut the rug up.
Summit Avenue Tuesday night, carrying cleaning supplies and a full black garbage bag in and out of this building. Police were called to apartment 6G after a neighbor heard gunshots and saw Johnson in and out of the apartment. She told the building super. When police entered the apartment, they found a man's torso and a foot inside a bin. Law enforcement sources say after seeing Johnson on surveillance footage, they searched his apartment and found the victim's legs, arms, and head in the freezer.
What the fuck?
If you go back, no one know what we know now. Look at the bag in his left hand.
Let's see it.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's his torso.
Yeah.
That looks like the guy's torso in the left hand, yeah.
Right?
Because they found the guy's head, legs, and arms in the freezer. So that's got to be his torso and his hand right there. That's some Dahmer shit, 100%.
Yeah. And the guy had dandruff. You know how I know?
Oh.
They found it. They found his head and shoulders.
Yeah, I think that's about right. Yeah.
surveillance footage, they searched his
disrespect.
apartment and found the victim's legs, arms, and head in the freezer.
That's very disturbing.
Yeah.
It makes you want to move real quick.
Police say the victim is 44-year-old Colin Small. Sources say it's possible their dispute stemmed from time they spent together in prison.
Hey, Pink Panther, do you know Colin Small? Because that guy was in prison with this guy. So,
With them, yeah, that's right.
yeah, maybe you might know that guy too.
But folks in this neighborhood shocked to hear that a man who had worked so hard to turn his life around, even working with the Queen's Defender's Office, might have fallen back to his old ways in a very violent fashion.
Yes, he was turning his stuff around. And
No, he wasn't. Stop all that. He was turning him. He's a fucking murderer. He killed somebody. He didn't turn himself around. He was lying to everybody.
I was laughing at Sordia. Look what she wrote. Guess he couldn't get ahead in life.
No.
Oh my God.
Colin Smalls, I need to check this out. Yeah, check it out, man.
stuff like that. But remember, you know, we're creatures of habit.
Yeah, we're creatures of habit. We cut people up.
Yeah.
He wasn't arrested for that last time. He was only arrested for what? Pistol whipping some guy, robbing him. He wasn't arrested for chopping him up.
Without touching him.
Yeah, right? He assaulted him without touching him at all. He wasn't hurt at all. Not a scratch on him. He was just roughed up a little bit.
He makes finger sandwiches.
Yeah, he makes finger sandwiches.
So whatever happened in his violent past probably crept back up, and
It sounds like she's got some breathing. You hear that? Listen to this.
probably crept back up.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Sounds like she got a deviated septum or something.
She's choking on her
So
fingernail.
Whatever happened in his violent past probably crept back up. And there you go.
We reached out to the Queen's Defender's Office. No comment at this point.
Of course they have no comment. The person that worked for him is a fucking killer. He probably did this before.
Guaranteed. That's what I meant when I said they're going to dig now. They're going
This
to dig
isn't the
deep.
first time. I don't believe this is the first time. You don't cut a body up unless he did. Unless this is his first time. Wow, the dude was hacked up.
Maybe that was the
Real criminal.
correspondence courses he was taking.
Yeah, maybe.
Right?
Could be.
Again, Johnson says that he's innocent.
Yeah, he's innocent.
Reporting from Highbridge, Ida Siegel, News 4, New York. Now,
I believe he'll get a fair trial. You think so?
I don't think he wants to go to trial. They're going to do their best to get a plea, spend the rest of your life and whatever it is, but he don't want to face a death penalty or anything like that.
Let's see if I can find that other guy. I'll look for that other guy. See if I can find his picture.
Got to get him on the show.
Colin Smalls, any relation to Biggie?
Right?
I got a picture of the guy.
He got caught holding a bag.
The guy
All
holding
right,
Biggie.
Sonia. I love this chat, man. This is the best chat.
Yeah, it is.
There is
You
nuts as
got
we are.
caught holding the big. He had the big. Here's a clear shot of him in the apartment building with a bag in his hand. Like, oh man, this dude's screwed, man. Here, check this out. Get the picture of the victim real quick. And he said that they met in prison, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where they met. This is the victim.
That's the victim?
Yeah. Yeah. He chopped him up.
No, rest in peace.
It's pretty wild,
Oh.
man. All right,
Rest-
here, let me
rest-
show you guys this.
Rest in pieces. Sorry.
Pieces. Yeah, pieces. All right, so here is the article on The New York Post. Here's him in his new outfit. You like that? Nice,
Nice.
huh? He doesn't look too
Looks
concerned.
looks a little like Snoop.
What are you saying? What are you
Who
saying, Sonny?
Uh-oh. I meant
He
the
learned and
outfit.
studied in prison for 26 years. He continued. I don't know who this guy is. Johnson's dad. That's Johnson's dad. He was a
Oh.
good man. He was doing work in the law offices. There were no problems. Yeah, from all outside appearances.
Correct.
But look, here we got here's a picture of him. Building surveillance shows Johnson arriving at the suspect's apartment.
Oh, shit.
Here's a picture of him with the pin with the body. Oh, look at that. Johnson allegedly captured on surveillance hauling a blue bin in the hallway of the victim's apartment. I wonder what was in that bin.
Holy shit.
Johnson allegedly in the apartment building while wearing a blonde wig.
Oh my God. Come on now.
So he thought he was gonna wear a blonde wig and like fool everybody.
I'm telling you right now, I hear it. I hear an insanity defense on the way.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This is too little intricate for insanity.
It is and it isn't. They're gonna say this guy's doing everything under the cameras and everything else, putting on blonde wigs. He wasn't in his right mind. Prison
They
did that.
both
to him.
served time in Sing Sing prison in Westchester County and may have had beef there. Okay, this is him.
Remind me
Sheldon-
when we're done, to tell you something.
Sheldon Johnson shown shaking hands with the Manhattan DA's office. Alvin Bragg, working with staff member at public law firm in Queens Defenders at some point after his release in prison.
Oh boy.
Holy shit. This is not good. This is like a black eye to the justice reform. Really bad.
Well, he would have had a tough time cutting that DA up. Holy shit.
Right?
He'd still be doing it.
He's in some deep shit, man. Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys a clip real quick of what I've been working on. Just a quick clip. To this episode of Chattin with Staxx on charges, leading to his imprisonment and his decline in health and power.
Big Al.
He ended up dying almost penniless in Florida. The next gangster we're going to take a look at is John Dillinger. John Dillinger became a household name in the 1930s. If you want to see the rest of that, stay tuned.
Excellent.
I'm dropping it tonight. You guys will see what I've been working on. I got a lot of content on the way. I got the interview with Paul Castellano's nephew coming up.
That's a scary looking dude.
Yeah, he looks a lot different from what he did look like.
Yeah.
I'll show you what he looked like when he was in the street. Here's the thumbnail. I didn't make the show yet.
Wasn't he a capo?
Yeah, he was a capo.
Wow.
Paul Castellano's nephew, exclusive on Chattin with Staxx. You guys won't see this content anywhere else. So what you got going on tonight, man?
Not now, man. I'm gonna relax 10 days, you know.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, I'm coming down, Sonny. I'm stay with you, all right? For 30.
Next time, yeah.
Yeah.
All I kept hearing was the theme from The Odd Couple playing 24 hours a day.
Oh God. Yeah, it drive me nuts.
I wonder if he's going to want to give some kind of an interview now.
Who,
Mr.
that
Johnson.
guy?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let me tell my side of the story.
I don't even want to reach out to him, tell you the truth. No thanks.
Go ahead.
I'll send him your address, all right, Sonny?
Yeah. Yeah.
He could parole to your house. Since
Send
you
him
like
to the one.
company so much.
Send him to my address in Tampa.
Yeah, I'll send him to the car wash.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah. He's going to be calling you soon.
Look at Pink Panthers in South Florida.
Yeah, I'm going to be down there very soon.
You know, Ori's supposed to come down the end of March, so I don't know.
Yeah, you think I'm going to miss out on spring break? You're out of your mind. I'm coming down there. I'm not staying up here in this miserable ass existence. It's freezing.
Spring break. Come down on vacation, go home on probation.
Damn right.
He's going to be calling you soon, Pink Panther said. Yeah, it is crazy.
Yeah, I can't wait to go down there. It's been a long time since I've been down in Florida. I think last time I was there was 2008.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
There you go. Bruno's in the pan. Everybody's down here but you.
I know. I'm coming to Florida. Don't worry. I'll be there. I might not leave once I go there. So beautiful down there, right?
Yeah. It was nice today, too. 86 degrees.
Yeah, definitely got to go.
There you go, Pink Panther. Ori, Sonny, Staxx, Punch, Prime. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Probation officers suck. I heard down in Florida, too, if you get arrested, that they put like, once you get out of your trouble you're in, they put you on kind of like probation. If you get in trouble within a certain amount of time, bang, you guys going right back to prison.
It was like the gangs from New York, remember? When they were interviewed, they come, well, how come you don't go down to Florida and do your crime? Oh, no, you go to jail in Florida.
I almost went to jail in Florida. I'll explain that on a different show.
All right.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you taking the time to come on here today, Sonny.
Oh, I'm glad you got me. Sorty is right. They call those palmetto bugs, real quick before you get off.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I get down there, all I'm hearing is palmetto bugs. I'm like, wow, that's a nice name. I would love to see these things. Palmetto bugs. They're fucking cockroaches that fly and bite. And they're about an average of that big.
No,
They are the most disgusting. Oh, my God.
There's a lot of animals down there that they don't have all over the country, right?
Yeah.
Like those little lizards running everywhere, too.
Yeah, I like them, though.
Yeah, they're cool.
And maybe because I have Geico insurance. Maybe that's why.
Yeah, could be.
You know?
Yo, Bruno's right. Hit that like and subscribe button. And if you want to donate to the show, hit up the Cash App at Chattin with Staxx. And if you want to be a guest on the show, hit up the email at billstax2021@gmail.com.
Do it.
Get you on. I appreciate you, Bruno. I appreciate you, Sonny.
Yeah, I appreciate you too, brother.
Thank you guys all for joining us. I'm going to drop some more content today. I'm going to drop another video. I'll put some more videos on the members only. I got a lot of content for you guys, so stay tuned. It's about to get real. Maybe we'll do a show tomorrow, but definitely Monday, right? You're going to be there Monday?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We got some funny shit to go over Monday.
All right, cool.
Watch out, Sammy. You might catch the heat this time. Who knows? Someone's going to be on the chopping block. Keep up the great works. Thanks, Mickey Griggs.
No pun intended.
No pun intended, scammy.
Chopping block.
Hey, I'm just trying to get ahead. Thanks, man. Hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, share the video.
Everybody, be safe. Have a good weekend.
I appreciate all you guys, and I don't give a rat's ass.
That's
don't
right.
Don't be a bitch. Peace.
Later.